Well, normally we have the liturgical services. As you know, in Gibraltar we don't have, for example, the tradition in Spain of processions and all this cultural and folkloric aspect to it. Although there is an element of I would say, experience in the very fabric of society. You know, Good Friday is very quiet. But we do have one outdoor Stations of the Cross, which is actually ecumenical. In other words, all the other Christian churches also join us in walking up to Calvary almost and accompanying Jesus to the cross. Yeah.
And that, of course, is going to be taking place tomorrow, Good Friday, and it starts at 6 o'clock from Casemates. Is that right?
That's right. And it ends in the Cathedral of the Holy Trinity. Of course, we go through Main Street and have our stop at the Cathedral of St. Mary the Crowned. But it's a great manifestation of our faith as a Christian family. But of course, for us, the central moment is not that procession, but rather the Liturgy of the Passion, which takes place at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The church is packed normally for that celebration, which is really a very silent celebration and with the veneration of the cross. And it's a very beautiful, very moving moment.
You say that the church is packed for that, but what about more generally throughout the year? What is the state of the Catholic Church in Gibraltar? Are congregations growing or are they dwindling?
Unfortunately, there are many ways of analysing this. I mean, when you think that we have daily, I would say about 400 people coming to Mass every day, not just on a Sunday, every day, I don't think that we can talk about a dwindling congregation, evidently. We use 30,000 hosts every month. Almost. Now, that's a great number of people. Now, are all who should be there? No. Do we have a problem with the youth? Yes. Is it drastic? Well, not really. I think the life of faith in a community is not seen just by the number of people who worship, and thank God I don't think we can complain. It's about rather the life of the community, of the society, of the values that we hold. Of course, we're living in a very secular world. We're living in a world which is seems anyway almost anti-religious, but which in actual fact isn't. And the fact is then that when there is a person dying, they normally call for the priest. The fact is that normally children are born and they want to be baptized. The life of the church continues. I don't think we can measure the success of the life of the church in human terms. I think we've got to measure the success of the church in its fidelity. And I think people are very faithful.
Well, this is going to be the second Easter, of course, in which Gibraltar doesn't have a bishop in place. Is there any news on that front? Is there any progress?
Well, hopefully we are nearer to the day when the appointment is made. Again, I think, you know, the big problem is that we're not a problem.
Would you like the job?
Not at all. I don't think anybody in his right mind would want the job. Not today. We're living in a very complicated world, and it's not as easy as it looks.
Well, maybe you can suggest to your congregation this Easter that they should pray for Gibraltar to get a new bishop.
We pray every single day for the new bishop. Yeah, we do. Yeah.